Yes.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pro Teacher Do. They have with me once again Step Nerd and Foxy.
What's going on?
Hello.
And we are returning after that brief stopover for Spider-Man Reign with Star Trek Green Lantern, Stranger Worlds, the follow-up miniseries. And, well, I always ask the people if we ever do a follow-up. Both of you, give a brief summary of what happened last time.
So, pretty much, the rings chose some of the Star Trek characters like O'Hara and Chekhov.
Mm-hmm.
Gannett had to destroy his universe and all the others, and it's just the Star Trek universe that's left.
Mm-hmm.
They basically had to go to war with the Lanterns that were still alive.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah.
They dealt with Necron.
And, yeah.
Fought Necron.
Yep.
Had to join the rings with Spock and basically make another White Lantern of the life entity to fight Necron.
Yep. But as we know that the three, Sinestro, Atrocitus, and Larfleet are still out there.
They are still at large out there.
And we got a good idea where Sinestro goes to.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
At least Guy and the other guys stayed behind.
Kilowog and John, yeah.
And stayed behind with the Star Trek crew,
Yep. But yeah, let us continue on. Let's go into this one now. Oh, look at that cover.
Wow. Dude,
cool.
I cannot get over like the bright, gorgeous colors that they use for these. And like the first one was really nice, and this one's just as good. It's just a little more crisp.
Yeah, it's
like the edges and just a little different.
Yep. Hi, I'm Guy Garner, and I'll be instructed today. I'm sure a lot of you are wondering what a guy from the 21st century has to teach a bunch of future kids. Well, for starters, back in my day, we didn't have food that just magically appeared in little machines for us. Nah, we had to roll up our sleeves and... Mr. Garner, perhaps you could begin with the events that precipitated your arrival here. Precipitated? How we got here, Boozer? Oh, yeah, I do that. Okay. The scumbag called Necron destroyed the universe, but basically they summarize everything that happened in his own guide fashion.
All right.
Tell us more about the lanterns, their various colors, the unique properties of their ring. I could tell you, but it'd be more fun to show you. Basically, we can create anything we want out of solid green light, anything we can imagine, and we can fly and shoot laser beams too. Technology, some of your technology has already been incorporated by Starfleet in rings used by our security section. Only for personal shields and phaser capabilities, however, not flight. Don't get me started. Those aren't rings, more like trinkets. And be a real ring bearer, you got to be chosen. What the? Crap. Like I said, anything you can imagine. So, you want to meet up later? I heard what they say about Vulcans, but I could tell Professor Pointy Eyes totally digs me. I love this place. Replicator means I can finally find Earth does that fit me. Can we focus, please? The cadets might have thought it was all part of your show, but your ring died on you, Guy. Again, it's happening more and more to all of us. Without power batteries to recharge them, we can't afford to waste a second of light. Hey, relax, Stuart. We're in a new reality. No more supervillains to fight. No more world-ending crises to worry about. Me, I'm about to hang up the conscience for a good and enjoy life. You got a point. Just hope my species is out there somewhere in this universe. I'm getting a little lonely. It's true that we haven't had to use our rings as much as in this advanced and peaceful Earth. But what about Hal and the others who chose to head back out to the stars? What happens when their rings fail? Uh-oh.
Jeez.
The edge of the Beta and Delta Quadrant. Federation Deep Space Station K5. Captain's log supplemental. We've been busy in the 6 months after the Necron incident. Nothing as bizarre as a planet of reanimated Vulcans, but there are plenty of dangers in the galaxy just in the way it is. Thankfully, our new allies are here to help. I can't zoom in on this.
For how long are they there to help? Like if they can't get their power back.
There we go. Earth to Jordan. Right. Earth to Jordan. Hal, we don't have the capacity to beam all the survivors off the station. Our rescue team could use assist getting people to their shuttle. Understood, Captain. I'm going in. I'll hold the line out here. Keep going. The shuttle base just ahead. Look out. This way. Come on. Captain Jordan, you're just in time. Just keep moving. Station integrity critical. Oh no, ring don't do it to me. No, not now. Dude! Captain, I have a lock on Star Sapphire. Beam her out of there now. Captain, the meteor storm is increasing in intensity. Get out of there, Jordan. Not until everyone's safe. Check off on my mark. I assure you, Doctor, my ring is still functioning well enough to heal any damage I sustained. Starfleet medical rules number 1. Don't trust anything the patient tells you. Darling, so apparently Scotty and Carol have gone together.
Oh, someone got some confidence going.
Yep, I thank God, your goodness, you're safe. Monty, darling, well, I'll be a sunstroke possum on a rock. Please tell me I'm not the last to know about this cross-reality romance. The first, actually, but I'm glad it's finally out in the open. Speaking as her doctor, I guess this arrangement does have its health benefits. You're not an official member of Starfleet, so I can't give you orders, Hal. Not that you obey them anyway, but I can ask you not to take unnecessary risks, especially given what's been happening to your ring. You're right, Jim. I wouldn't obey your orders. I don't think you would either if you were in my boots, but I can't just give up and do nothing. I always think that I push myself, will myself enough, that nothing's impossible. I know that feeling. You sure you've tried everything to recharge it? And more. I've exhausted even Scotty's power of invention. Jansen somehow increased our ring's capacity when he brought us to this reality, but now we're running on empty. Hopefully Atrocitus, Starfleet, Sinestro are facing the same problems out there, wherever they are. Without my power battery to recharge, it's time to face back. My days as Green Lantern are coming to an end. Bridge the captain. Go ahead, Uhura. It's about St. Walker, Captain. He's been checking in routinely while exploring the Beta Quadrant, but his latest signal cut off abruptly. He must be getting weaker. No, I'm sensing that this was something else. And Kirk to Sulu. Plot a course for St. Walker's last known location. Warp 5. Aye, sir. Kronos, the Klingon homeworld. This stasis, waiting for something to happen. For my ring to simply recharge on its own. Or for Jordan to suddenly appear for one final battle before our lights fade forever. My access to the planet Quad in the antimatter universe, and thus to the yellow power barrier that charged my ring, has been cut off by my arrival in this new reality. But I must take action, if only so I stop talking to myself. Even ruling this barbaric empire is no respite for restlessness. I tie up the Klingons. Their smell alone. Enter Emperor Sinestro. Our battle scouts of the edge of the Empire captured a most unusual enemy. You don't need to inform me of everything the scout... Oh, yes. Well done. You still don't want to try one of those Starfleet-issued rings, huh? A phase is all I need. Captain, the anomaly we detected upon arrival is just over the ridge. Still no sign of St. Walker. This is the closest location to his last known coordinate. So hopefully whatever this anomaly is gives us a clue. A manhunter!
Uh-oh.
They don't believe it. You know what it is? It's called a manhunter. They were the precursors to the Green Lantern Corps. It must have been transported over to this reality just like we were. Unlikely. Scans of the manhunter and its impact indicate both are several years old. If Jansen didn't bring it over, precisely, Jordan. Perhaps manhunters have been in this reality all along. And if manhunters exist here, so must the Guardian. So must the planet Oa. Race you to it! So in other words, they're revealing a bunch of the other planets from the DC universe do exist in this one.
Really? Okay. So if Oa's there, they can definitely go and get their batteries going.
Look at that cover.
That is awesome, though.
I need rage. Only rage will keep my ring alive until I find a battery. I sense great rage here. Yes, buried on a lost rock. The purest rage I've ever found. Hundreds of light years away. Must we play this game again, Jordan? Why not work with me to restore our ring? And what? Wait for a batless in my back, Sinestro? I'll pass. Your paranoia sounds like fear, Jordan. I'll take all I can get. Captain, we're outnumbered. We need reinforcements. Kirk to Enterprise. Beam down 2 and more security teams to the rear of our position and lock onto the Klingon scout ship. They're jamming our sensors, Captain. We'd be beaming them down blind, and we can't lock on the ships. Keep on it, Uhura. Captain, I would advise returning to the Enterprise and reassessing the situation. Sir, they're going for the artifact. Away team, hold your fire. We need that thing intact. And should we never meet again, Hal Jordan, remember, I gave you one last chance. Duh! Now that we've got what we came for, we'll be on our way. Hal, wait! Not this time. It ends here. As willful as ever. Great! But even your legendary willpower has limits. Goodbye, Hal Jordan. Thanks for coming. You realize that you are under no obligation to answer a summons from Starfleet, but we have a problem that calls for your unique expertise. We're happy to help any way we can, Admiral. You said you had something to show us? Indeed. I'm about to show you is classified the highest level. We received an emergency signal from our most remote and secure asteroid station. Something cuts through our most powerful defenses like child's play. Something you might recognize. Atrocities? Should have known that angry mutt would turn up again. Still got some power left in his rig, too. We've lost contact with the station. We'd like your help on our mission to assist them. And you have it. But we need transport. Using our rings to get there could drain the last of their light. Whoa, hang on a sec. Just when I'm settling in here, we have to leave. Garner's got a point. Sounds like it could be a one-way trip. Why not let Atrocitus just use this rig up? Because we're still Green Lantern, and our oath remains the same. Unless you two want to deal with me instead of Atrocitus, pack your bags. I just can't believe I was that stupid. Sinestro played me perfectly. All he wanted was the Manhunter. He played us both, Hal. But what does that robot get him? Confirmation. If Manhunters exist in this reality, so could their creators, the Guardians of the Universe. The Manhunter would have data of the Guardians, including any progress they've made in constructing a power battery. Sinestro was never able to conquer the reality we came from, but if he beats it to a new battery, he'll have a head start in conquering this one. But you said the Manhunters were your predecessors. That could make them centuries older in this timeline, if I may hypothesize, Captain. To assume that because events in one reality must have occurred in the same temporal progression in a different reality is simply illogical. Precisely, Mr. Jordan. But you know where this Oa is, right? So let's head there now and beat Sinestro to it. I wish we could, Captain, but Oa is located at the center of the universe. Aye, Captain. I'm afraid it's just a wee bit further than our warp engines can manage. And by wee bit, I mean it's never going to happen. Carol, are you and Scotty, and you're wearing a red? Yes and yes, Hal. Seems only fitting that the head of Ferris Engineering would wear the right tunic. Captain, incoming priority transmission from the U.S.S. Bryant, transferring to main screen. Mr. Stewart, I thought you were back on Earth. We were. Starfleet asked us to assist. Basically, yeah, they're heading on over there to give them a chance. Like, there's a chance Oa exists in this reality. Oa? You mean there's a chance we can recharge after all? Even if Oa exists, there's not enough power left in our rings to get there. Surely Sinestro knows that too. He must think the Manhunter is the key to getting there. No doubt he's headed back to Kronos in the meantime. Heading into Klingon space alone is not my first choice of action. Then we regroup with John and the others. Take out Atrocitus once and for all. Captain, we received data and visuals from the Bryant showing the attack on the station. They need our help. Agreed. Then we'll find a way to draw Sinestro. And pray he hasn't found a way to Oa first. Fascinating. The basic biometric architecture is similar to that of the Mantis from our time, but it is clearly an earlier version. Still, that the fact that it was made from Oa suggests fascinating capability. Okay, if I can reactivate this module, touch that blue ring and die. I am just looking, Sinestro. You were always so suspicious. It's bad for your complexion. I invited you here for one reason, Larfleet, to assist me, not to enrich yourself. Well, enriching myself eventually, eventually. Otherwise, what's the point? Besides, you need me. You need the power I have left in my ring. How else are we going to get to Oa? On a spaceship? Good luck with that. Nope. It's time for teamwork. Core system online. Speaking of which, welcome back to the end of life, Hunter of Men. Captain, I'm picking up very strange readings. Multiple targets approaching us at high warp from the stern. That's not possible, Lieutenant. Red alert! All stations report. Chekhov, what hit us? Now, what, Captain? Who? Uh-oh.
Got a whole bunch of them.
I just don't get it. Yeah, and guys battle deadly threats across the universe, but he's scared to use the transporter. Don't trust it. Spooky. You gotta save the power in your ring, you poozer. They're up ahead. Looks like we know where Atrocitus went. Let's hope that monster's ring's out of power like we are. 3-on-1. I ain't worried. By the way, you know where they are? Take a look at this. Some sort of storage facility? In a matter of speaking, yes. Another word for it might be prison. A prison from which we are now free. I am Khan Noonien Singh. And you are? Oh, dear!
That's crazy.
Of course, Khan was next!
Right.
Captain Fogg, supplemental. En route to rendezvous with John Stewart and the other Green Lanterns. The Enterprise has come under attack. Hal Jordan calls them manhunters. Disable their shield, cripple their ships, force their compliance. He thinks the proof that the same Guardians of the Universe who created the Green Lantern Ring Corps and Green Lantern Corps exist in our reality. Let's just hope we live long enough to find out. Captain, shield's holding, but not for long. Tell me again why I shouldn't fire back, Jordan. Because there's a chance they can help us, Kirk. It could be our only chance to reach Oa. Didn't you say that they were psychotic killing machines? They weren't always. And if I'm right, these ones are the earlier models. Oh, well, that's reassuring. Carol, what are you? Going to go talk to them with Hal. Don't worry, darling. I won't let them hurt you. If they don't listen to you, I'm not waiting any longer to shoot back. We know each other well enough by now, Jim. I wouldn't expect you to. Manhunters, by the laws inscribed by the Book of Oa, I ask you to cease your attack on our allies. All units, ceasefire. How do you know of the Book of Oa? The laws are secret and sacred, because I uphold them too. My ring was created by the same Guardians who created you. Take a look at it, and you'll see the truth. Getting. The stranger speaks the truth. They are in possession of Owen technology. Manhunters, eliminate the thieves. But instead of use the tractor beams to hold them in place.
That's crazy, right? Instead of firing on them.
Yep. You will not succeed. No man escapes the manhunt. Yeah, I've heard it before. Fascinating. This fallen monster used his ring as a weapon. And here you are, wielding wings of your own, albeit of a different shape. Tell me, have I once again been awakened centuries in the future? One in which battles are waged with jewelry? You said your name is Khan. Tell us what happened here. This monster made the mistake of demanding our obedience after he freed us from our sleep. His power was impressive, but was no match for the strength of 72 augments. I sense a presence in the ring. It calls to me. Perhaps you could teach me how to wield it. Hand that thing over to us, pal! Guy, wait. What are you doing here, stranger? Why were you and your friends asleep? So you're not Starfleet then. Suffice to say, we are secured away for others' safety, not our own. But we have no intention of returning the rest. I don't like this guy, John. We're not Starfleet, but we are their friends. If they put you here, we're not going to just let you walk out. Give me the ring. No, the ring's useless to you anyway, pal. As long as the Tross is still alive. You don't say. Crack! Khan Noonien Singh of Earth. You are chosen. Yes. You look ridiculous.
He looks sick too, though.
Yeah, but yeah, he killed Atrocitus.
I know, that's insane. He just stomps him right out.
Right on the neck. Right on the neck.
Right.
Like, you look ridiculous. That's the ugliest beast in the cosmos. No, Larfleet. What I have built from the scraps of the Manhunter is a thing of perfect beauty. Its technology will compensate for the diminishing power of my yellow ring, and I will seek out the Manhunter's teleportation gates to travel the great distance to Oa. And when you get there, I believe the Guardians will have already constructed a great central power battery. I'll take its power for myself, and the Green Lanterns will never exist in this reality. Then why do you need my ring? I may as well cut off my arm and hand it over to you, because I need every iota of power I can to reach Oa. And it's not as if you aren't being handsomely rewarded in my absence. Vice Emperor Larfleet said the Klingon Empire does have a nice ring to it. Fine, it's a deal, but I get my ring back as soon as you're done. You will. By the time I'm done, I'll have more power than any ring could ever dream of. Still want me to go easy on him, John? Concentrate power and take him out. Hey, got me, you poozers. These chumps are stronger than they look. He called them augment, but augmented was what? What? Augmented with the science of a forgotten time, and now made even stronger by the rage that courses through this ring, that courses through me. And now, any who opposes me will suffer your fate. At least, what has happened to you? Do not be afraid, Malik. My appearance has changed since you last saw me centuries ago. But I am the same man you called leader. Remember, it was revealed in the comics that was in between stuff He actually did look like Recondo Montalban, but then he was changed with plastic surgery to appear like what he was in the movie.
Yeah, right. Which it's funny to me that they use the comic to describe why he looks different, but it's still,
why he's white now.
Right, but it still does bridge the gap, I guess.
Yep. A new day dawns for us. A day and that blesses us with newfound power and purpose. Follow me now. The future of rage. And yeah, he has a lot of rage.
Oh, he sure does.
Are you sure we can trust it? It's kept its word so far, hasn't it? Like I said, they aren't mindless killing machines yet. That's not reassuring. Amazing. This technology in here we haven't even imagined. The Guardians are the most advanced species in the universe. Explain how you were in possession of their technology. I write to you from another reality, one in which the Green Lantern Corps replaced the Manhunters as the peacekeepers of the universe. You claim that the Manhunters betrayed the Guardians. That is impossible. I have the scars to prove it. What matters now is that we're still on the same side, and I need your help. There's a ring bearer named Sinestro. He will arrive. Basically explained it all to them. The Manhunters will intercept and destroy him first. You've never faced anyone like Sinestro before. You'll need our Captain, urgent distress call from the U.S.S. Bryant. That's the ship the other landers were on. They ran their atrocities. We're on our way, and we'd welcome any help you Manhunters can provide. No response to hails, Captain. Some kind of distortion is affecting our scans of the interior, but it appears the life support aboard the Bryant has been compromised. Captain, if we were to investigate directly, I would advise caution. You don't need to breathe when you wear the ring. Just don't ask me to explain how it works. Captain, look here. The Bryant crew, they were slaughtered. Why would Atrocity attack a rammed Starfleet ship? Kirk to Enterprise. Sulu, bring 2 more security teams to our position and break out the phaser rifles. My brain's picking up a ring nearby. A red one. Thank you for responding to my distress call. Hello, Kirk. Spock. So this is after the movie still. It seems like only yesterday that we last met. And that's what happens, I suppose, when you're thrown into the deep freeze. I'm so glad I awoke before we missed the chance to meet again. Now, shall we continue? And of course, Larpies is just eating all that. And of course, they feel like they're more doing it just because they fear Sinestro.
Right. They don't want him to come back and punish them for not upholding it.
And yep, he's at Oa.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
To go down.
John, are you alive? Yes, Guy, I'm alive. Me too. Thanks for asking. Matter of fact, I was going to join some shut-eye. So, what now? Kirk and Spock. The last time I saw you, you were standing in an antiseptic Starfleet courtroom as my fate was decided by a collection of insipid bureaucrats, while parts of San Francisco still burn from my attack on your precious utopia. With you was the Green Ring. I don't know you. Oh, but I see we already have something in common. You must be possessed of considerable power, as I now am. Why ally yourself with the weak? Con, is it? You're right. I don't know you, but I'm pretty sure I know your type. Wham! Target Con first. Phaser and kill. Harmless. Augment. Destroy them. Kirk to Enterprise. Belay order for more security. Lock into our signals and beam us. I'm guessing you just got that ring from Atrocity, which means you must have killed him. I'm impressed. You don't have a clue what kind of power you're wielding. You don't have a shred of my experience. Pitiful fool. You speak of power? I am power! I should have killed you when I had the chance. I won't make the same mistake again. Today, you all die. And meanwhile, yep, there's Oa with all the Guardians.
That's insane.
And the central power battery. How convenient. Who is this stranger who comes to Oa? I am Saul Sinestro of Kurgar. But that means but by what means did you reach the world? Those rings you bear. How would you come by them? You haven't seen one of these yet, have you? Its origin is a tale long in the telling, but you may not even believe when you hear it. But first, we have something much more compelling to discuss. What a shame. I'd rather enjoy battling with you, but it appears your ring is failing. I don't need my ring to beat a punk like you. Huh? Did you hear that, Kirk? Empty bravado. Are you sure you aren't long-lost brothers? Oh, stop struggling, Spock. You were able to survive a battle with me alone back on Earth, but you have no hope against an army of augments. I wonder if I should kill you first, just to make your precious captain watch. And, oh, hey, look, it's angry English dude again. Ready for round 2? And let's see how tough you are without your friends to help. And I have them on skins, looking under them now. I still got a little light left. Not so fun when there's 3 on 1, huh? Ah, is that Khan? Target phasers on him. Fire! Damn! Down he goes. Uh-oh, ring's fading. I think that was the last of the juice. Enterprise, if you can hear me, now will be a good time to beam us out. Captain on the bridge, lock a tractor beam on the Bryant. We can't let Khan get away. Captain, the Bryant, something is happening. Never thought I'd see Khan run scared. I do not believe we did, Captain. Knowing Khan Noonien Singh as we do, his retreat was entirely tactical. Useless. None of us has anything left except jewelry. If we can get to Oa, we have a chance to recharge them. Our only chance. But you said Oa's at the center of the universe. The Enterprise can't get there on our own. Luckily, she's not alone. Do you manhunters use teleport gates to get around the way you did in my reality? Yes. Perfect. So the Enterprise can use them to reach Oa. Excuse me. Teleport gates? Captain, before we depart for Oa, there's something we should. Khan. Indeed. Who cares? We let him let him run around bombing blood with his minis in tow. We need to recharge our rings. Your point is well taken, Mr. Garner, but we must determine which of the challenges we face is the most critical at this time. Khan wants only one thing, to conquer. He and his armies pose an immediate threat to the security of the Federation, specifically Earth itself. Khan's ring will eventually run out of power like ours. Right now, his rage is boosting whatever atrocities had left. But Spock's right, Hal. We can't leave when Khan's on the loose. Jim, if Sinestro gets to Owen and recharges his ring first, if he takes control of the central power battery, augments will be the least of our problems. The dilemma we face is considerable. But in my time on the Enterprise, I come to believe that no scenario is truly unwinnable. Protos. So, who in the hell are you? I am looking for the Klingon Emperor. These are the Imperial Chambers. You are not the Emperor. AB2? Well, temporary Emperor until Sinestro gets back. This Sinestro is the Klingon Emperor. Yeah, well, he's not Klingon, but he killed the High Council with his ring and took over. So all the Klingons obey him now. But he had me to fly off to Oa. Took my ring with him. Left me here to keep his throne warm until... Stop. You said Sinestro had a ring like mine? Yeah, his is yellow. You know, color of fear. Turns out the Klingons are all about fear. Although based on the ones I've met so far, they seem really into rage too. Oh no!
Uh-oh. It's gonna be a problem.
So we've already just met. I already know so much about you. I know that several years ago you encountered a terrible being who threatened the universe itself. I know that you captured it and locked it inside this massive power battery. It is now an impurity at the battery's core. A yellow impurity. How could you possibly know this? Who are you? I already told you. I am Saul Sinestro of Korger, and the universe is mine! Aha! Look at that cover!
Oh my gosh, that's so great.
That's too funny.
And that's the original Kirk and Spock.
Right?
That's so cool.
That's hilarious.
Damn it, Jim. I'm a doctor, not a soothsayer. I don't know what'll happen, but this just feels wrong. We go after Sinestro and leave the Earth undefended with Khan out there running around. I don't like it. I like either options, Bones, but we have to pick one. And if what Hal says, yeah, I know what your new best buddy said, but he's not a Starfleet officer. We're sworn to protect the Federation space. We go after Sinestro, we might never see it again. We are also sworn to explore strange new worlds, Doctor. An unknown planet located at the center of the universe certainly fits that description. Sorry, I don't think your curiosity is the priority here, Spock. Bones, I'm simply suggesting that our mission is not only one of defense. And if Sinestro acquires the power he seeks, there may be nothing left to defend. The logical course of action is to trust Hal Jordan. So sure enough, they go on through there, and and they transport through there. Meanwhile, in Kronos, you know who I am. The last time I was on this planet, I slaughtered an entire squadron of you, and that was without my family by my side. Surely you realize that my victory is inevitable, so why waste your time and mine? Besides, I have a mutually beneficial proposal for you. This is the second time a stranger with a ring has invaded the highest sanctum of our empire. We pledge allegiance to Sinestro because he promised to end the Federation once and for all. What could you possibly offer? I offer freedom from Sinestro. This grotesque animal told me of Sinestro's plan and how to follow him to the planet Oa. Once I inquire the power Sinestro seeks, We will invade the heart of the Federation together in numbers they cannot withstand. Earth will be mine, and you will have your empire back. So shall we continue battling amongst ourselves, or shall we create the future together? How is this possible, Gansett? How can the stranger have freed the entity from its prison? How can he be so powerful? He's shaken the very foundation of Oa. Do not give in to fear, Sanato. This is the surest path to ruin. Saeed is right, Sanato. Now is the time to resist. You saw the rings the stranger bears. Now is the time to test our prototype. Now it's time to see if our grand design is worthy. He has parallax with him.
That's insane. Like, he's just taking over now.
Yep, and the death of your dream. Direct hit, Captain. Ready to fire again on your command. Hold fire, Lieutenant. Manhunters, attack. Affirmative. Who dares? No man escaped. The Manhunter. Captain, the target has been engaged. Proceed with caution. Copy that, Commander. There it is, the great power battery. Oh yeah, baby, time to recharge. The battery's damaged. We need to get closer. Commander, multiple ships incoming. They're Klingon, but how did they find the way here? Khan. Evasive actions, Mr. Sulu. Aye, Commander. Pathetic machines. You thought you could do better than the fools who built you? We're close enough. Green Lantern's time to... Hello again. Tell me, Captain, did you ever dream as a little boy playing Starship that you would die and one day visit the center of the universe? I could think of a better place to die. By the sacred pages of the Book of Oa, may you find a worthy bearer. James Tiberius Kirk of Earth, you are chosen.
Uh-oh. There we go.
Fascinating. I don't know you, Red Lantern, but if you interfere with me, you die with Kirk. Sinestro, I presume the same goes for you. Both of you, stop talking. Captain's orders.
Now he's ready to go with the green ring.
I am not dead. I should be dead. A direct hit from a red ring blast will do that. Looks like our last one, and at least one of us recharged theirs in time. Of course it was Guy. But there's
Of course.
no. I guess not. No. They can't tell it's Kirk. But there's John, Kilowog, Guy. So who's the new guy? Your new toy won't save you, Kirk. Kirk, and yet you still resist, hoping that your luck hasn't finally run out. Unwilling to accept the truth that you die today. How pathetic and how very like you. You have no idea what to do with that ring, do you, Kirk? It's almost too cruel to watch. Wait a sec. Is that Kirk? Yeah, it is. I think I'm getting the hang of it. No time to waste. In brightest day, in blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. The chosen worship evil's might. Beware my power. Green Lantern's right. Is it incredible? I just imagined it, and it happened. Please, you're like a child fumbling with a bomb. It will be a mercy to kill you before you kill yourself. Give him a break, Sinestro. We were all rookies with a ring once. Even you. Ready for round 3, ugly? I'm feeling refreshed. Gansett, you know me, stranger? Trust me, we go way back. You all bear the same ring. Impossible. Only because in this reality, the Guardians haven't created the core yet. Hopefully you'll get the chance. If we can survive today. The Klingons are made our surrender. Still no contact with Captain Kirk on the ground. We're outnumbered. Shields at 9%. All powers to aft shields. Maintain a base of maneuver. Apply an intercept course to the captain's last known location on the surface. And Cairo, give me your ring. I'll try to recharge it somehow. It might be our only chance. Without a power battery, it's no use. But maybe I don't need one. Kiss me, Monty. I'd love to, darling. We're in a bit of a crisis at the moment. Everything I need has been right all along. Love powers my ring. And this starship is filled with it. Commander, shields have been amplified to near invincibility. Fascinating. Mr. Sulu, ready all weapons and change course to engage the enemy. Oh!
Damn, they're going to war again.
Get off! And now, Kirk, it's time to... No. What? Your ring is dying, Khan. Your augment army is finished. The raid can't feel your ring anymore. So yeah, Khan, it's time. Do it, Kirk. I'm weak. I know you have augmented blood in you now. Embrace that power. Kill me. No. I'm taking you back where you belong. Stalemate, Lanterns. I have dispatched each of you easily enough if you were on your own. But even your combined willpower is not enough to win. Not when the fear entity itself has bonded to me. Enterprise, this is Kirk. Do you copy? Captain, what is your status? Green, Spock. I've got a ring. Lock onto Sinestra's position and fire everything we've got. Captain, Captain, I'm detecting multiple life signs close proximity. A full barrage could. There's no time, Spock. Very well. Mr. Sulu, commence orbital strike. Jam! So much for a stalemate. It's over, Sinestro. Surrender. Never. Still have enough strength to live another day. To open a portal and return to the source of fear. Where'd he go? Oh, we call it the antimatter universe. It exists alongside all others, including this one. Be grateful you haven't discovered it yet. You speak in riddles, stranger, but the symbols you wear suggest that we share a meaningful connection. We do, Gansett. We come from another time, another reality, and we have a lot to tell you. But first, it's good to see you again. Captain's log. And my last for a while. We've got some cleaning up to do. Klingons battled to the end in vain. But we still have St. Walker, Captain. John, Guy, and Kellogg are back on their way to get him. We retrieved the last red and orange ring, but we're keeping a close eye on them. And now that we know the green power battery exists, so must the other color batteries. It is a logical assumption. I know where they were in my reality. That gives us a head start and find them. But what about the Manhunters? You said they betrayed a Guardian. I explained to Gansett. They're going to adjust the Manhunters programming so they stay friendly this time. You have used your knowledge of the future to alter the course of this reality. Yes, and I'll do it again whenever lives are at stake. Sinestro will be back, and no doubt he'll bring friends with him. We'll help the Guardians build a new Green Lantern Corps to be ready when he does. Speaking of which, ready, Jim? Let's go. Are you sure about this? I'm only trying it out for a little while. I'm still the captain to make you feel better. I'll ask for Starfleet's permission when we get home. In the meantime, I'll just be wearing a different uniform while I'm outside. No mask for you, huh? Not my style. By the way, I recognize an interesting system in your star charts. Looks like Starfleet hasn't been there yet. Is it worth checking out? Definitely. It's got a big red sun.
Nice.
So how was that one? First of all, how was that one compared to the first one?
I don't know. I liked them both, but I think the first one had like
better
moments.
Yeah.
Definitely was a little bit better.
It's a bit of a mess.
It was, but they did a good job with it. The first one I really liked that they did bring in Necron and they did bring in the life entity. And
it was dramatic.
It was.
It was so much more dramatic than this one.
This one felt like it's too much convenience.
Right.
Right. Oh, the power of love. It was here all along.
Okay, that is true with the Lantern Ring. But I'm talking about the fact there's an Oa and everything there, and now there's a Krypton. Right. A bit too convenient having to be, it's happening later in the history. It's like,
yeah, exactly. It's like
what else were they to do, right?
Right, exactly. It's like you went back in time into a different universe, but all these planets are still there, and you guys didn't know about it. Like you didn't even think to check,
right?
In the first one,
well, they're just gonna keep finding things.
Right.
To be fair, though, we don't know what quadrant of the universe the Krypton is in. Could be in the Zeta Quadrant for all we know.
Yeah.
Or the Beta Quadrant. Could be in the Beta Quadrant.
We don't know where the Star Trek universe or where the Star Trek planets and universe actually sit either. Like where Vulcan is and all that.
Yeah, exactly. For all we know, because remember, all Earth knows the best is the Alpha Quadrant. They only know a little bit about the Beta and they know nothing about the Delta Quadrant.
Right. Yeah, they haven't explored even close to enough.
But obviously we haven't had another follow-up, and I don't think we ever will. But I gotta say, this one I think wraps things up a lot better, though.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yes, Sinestro's still out there, but he's the only threat left.
Right, and they kind of they wrapped it up just in case. You know?
The first one left it way too much plot tingling.
Oh, yeah. I think they did that on purpose. They knew people would want to get that second one if they left it wide open.
But they also know a second one's not guaranteed another follow-up. So I think they left enough of a loose thread, but now oh, come on. It's nope, it ends here. It's a good ending.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it continues, it'll be good too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, overall, and what do you think about the artwork on this one overall? You kept saying about how the coloring was crisp, but I guess this definitely had bigger action moments.
It did. Like they definitely did a little bit better job with the suits. Like Khan looked insane.
Oh yeah.
With the lion that he pulled out, the green lion.
Yep.
you know, they did a couple of bigger pieces like that looked really fucking good.
They did some great explosions,
They-
like when they did the different lanterns on one page and stuff, and then like the really bright yellows and oranges in the back.
Yeah,
it was gorgeous.
Where everything was like when they were fighting, and I actually really like the like animation that they did for when they get beamed down.
Yeah,
like when Scotty beams them down, that gold aura that's like wrapped around them. I think that was really fucking cool.
I gotta say though, I am not a fan of Carol and Scotty. That is just so stupid and just out of nowhere.
They just shoehorn that one in there. They're like, enough time's passed. Let's just
yeah, but it's like really, and the fact that Carol is just so dismissive of Hal, that bothered me. It's like, really, Carol?
Right.
You know how Hal's gonna feel.
Exactly. You've known the guy long enough.
Yeah, you know he's gonna be a bit put off. Like, really, Carol?
Right. Like we just got here, and you're
exactly, and you're and I guess the chemistry doesn't really make much sense either.
No, it really doesn't. It was just like a way for them to be together. You know, they basically
not have it be Hal. I understand. Don't have it be Hal. I get it, but at the same time, just
yeah.
Yeah, honestly, it was like real quick, and then so much of it, like so much of the love, like I love him so much, and
like, what about him?
Exactly.
Right. How long have you actually been together?
Right.
Like, why? How are you saying you love him already?
You don't know this guy.
Yeah, right. Like you just met.
Exactly. It's like you just met.
Right. Now you're falling in love.
But overall, though, this two-parter was still good.
It was. Yeah. I definitely did like the first one better for like some of the art pieces, but the story was a little bit better. And this one, I like some of the artwork a lot better. But they were both really good.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah, that was the second Star Trek Green Lantern crossover. And the last of the Green Lantern crossovers I'll be covering. But I still got some crazier crossovers to go over one day. But until that time, thank you two for joining me. Thanks everyone for watching it. And we'll see you all in the next one.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you for having us.